Hello everyone, Russ of Aquarimax Pets here with an unboxing from Bugs in Cyberspace. Peter always sends awesome stuff. So, if you haven't checked out Bugs in Cyberspace yet, what's stopping you? bugsincyberspace.com, I'm telling you. Okay. Have quite an assortment of things today. We're going to be unboxing. Let's see. These look like the drier kind of things right there. Meaning terrestrial stuff is what I mean. And I think we've got both terrestrials and aquatics today. I'm going to open up the aquatics first. Small BS, and in this case, the BS stands for Backswimmers. Been looking forward to keeping some more of these and trying to get them to breed this time. I was able to get their husbandry round last time, but they aged out without breeding. They were in a smaller tank. I'm going to put them into a larger tank and see if we can get them breeding. And then here, you can already see what these are. These are, of course, the Sunburst diving beetles. Love these guys. So, be fun to put those in their new home. And let's check out the terrestrials now. All right, a Jerusalem cricket. Let's check and see how it's looking. Oh, it's looking just fine. Nice and big, nice and active. Super excited to keep one. Never kept one before. Jerusalem cricket, very cool. Looking awesome. We had one ship in the past to me and we weren't sure whether it was going to make it or not, and it was in the molt cycle, and I think I disturbed it in its molt cycle. It was as I opened the box, it was doing that, and I kind of messed up there, I think. And also a male Apache jumping spider, Phidippus apacheanus. So excited to have one of these. I've had Ardens before, a female. She was beautiful. It's been a few years, and now I get to finally have a male Apache, which is very similar, but not exactly the same. Some people say they're velvet ant mimics, which makes a lot of sense. They look very similar to some of the velvet ants that they share ranges with. So this will be really cool. All right. Separated out the small backswimmers to the best of my ability. Put them in a little bit of water. And we're going to move them into the other tank. Don't worry, I've kept the other moss, and I put it into another container with a little bit of water at the bottom of it too, so that they can work themselves out of the moss and into the water if I missed any. But it looks like very nearly all of them did very well on the trip. They're active and kicking around, so let's put them into their new home. Okay, here they go. The little moss that goes in with them is not going to hurt anything. If anything, it'll provide food for the water scavenger beetle and other creatures that live in here. Not a problem. The water scavenger beetle, pretty good at eating the duckweed and keeping it under control, keep it from going too crazy. And there they go. They're doing their thing. Looks like they're doing okay. They had a little while to acclimate to the temperature in the house. Hopefully I gave them long enough. It's a good idea to let them do that first before you move them. You don't want strong temperature changes to shock them, but they look like they're settling in. And as you can see, there's plenty of Daphne in there for them to eat. In the past, when I've tried to keep them in this tank, I think there were a couple of different factors. Wrong filtration. There were predatory the giant whirligig beetles up at the surface, and I think that was a problem. And now I don't have any of those in here, even though I love them. I have the water striders on the surface now, so I don't think that will be quite an issue, quite the issue it was before. And you can see there's plenty of Daphne in there for them to snack on once they decide they're hungry. So I'm hoping I'll get them to breed in here, just like got the water striders to breed. They are one that will breed in captivity, but they do seem to need more space. From my talks with Jesse from Shapes in Nature, he's had most success when they are in larger tanks. So this is a 20-gallon. See how it goes. All right, Peter sent me plenty of the Sunburst diving beetles. I love all the beetles. I love their variety, but there's something about these that is just absolutely gorgeous. That color and pattern can't be beat. They're all over the tank all the time, and I did have a few still from the last time Peter sent me some. Probably 2 or 3 still in here, but they don't live super long, and so it was time to get a couple of more, and they are so fun. I hope to get these breeding at some point too. That's going to be interesting to try to do, but in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this group of them, do what I can to learn more about how to get them to breed. But they certainly thrive, and the individuals thrive and do very well in the tank long term. So that's the first step. All right, here we go. Time to release the Jerusalem cricket into its enclosure. I've got a fairly deep layer of substrate. This is Biodude's Terra Sahara for desert setups where it keeps the can keep a burrow, hold a burrow pretty well, and I've used that with various creatures, and it works really well. I have it with my vinegaroon, for example. He burrows around in there and loves that. So I'm going to put this. Look at that cricket. Isn't that a gorgeous and unusual looking beast? My son used to live in Mexico, and he encountered a few of these. And I encountered one in California once. I know they occur in my state, but I have never found one here. I just found one in California. And they can give you quite a bite, especially the larger ones. So I'm aware that that could happen, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not stressing this one out, I don't think. Hopefully not. So I don't think it's going to take a bite of me. Look at the gorgeous coloration and contrasting stripes on the abdomen. Very cool. But they do have some mandibles, and they can pack a punch with their bite. So I'm going to try to get him on a piece of bark now. See if he'll crawl under the bark. He seems slightly reluctant. There he goes. So I can put him down. But look at that beautiful, beautiful Jerusalem cricket. That'll be really fun. They are somewhat omnivorous. They will hunt, catch prey, and they will also eat pre-killed items. They'll eat things like dog food and fish food and whatnot, as well as bits of vegetables and so on. So this should be quite fun to play with. I have a very small water dish in there because they can have a tendency to crawl into water dishes and drown themselves. But that water dish is smaller than he is, so that should be okay. This is super fun. I'm so glad this one came in and it's in perfect shape, and oh, there it is falling over in the water dish, but the dish is too small for that to be a problem. And last but not least, let's get this Apache jumping spider into his new home. I wonder if he'll be brave enough to jump onto my skin. Oh, look at that. He seems okay with it. Whoop. There, I retrieved him, and he jumped right into his enclosure. Okay, perfect. Let's get some closer footage on him if we can here. Let's see. He's crawling along in the back there. Yeah. Looks beautiful. We'll let him do his thing. Spray a corner so he can get a drink if he wants a drink after his trip. The side furthest away from him, so doesn't spray directly on him, of course. And we'll put him up here. Thank you so much, Peter, for sending me these beautiful creatures. And thank you everyone for watching. I post videos every Friday and post live streams and shorts as well. Please feel free to share, rate, comment, and if you haven't already,
subscribe.
And then tap the bell for all notifications so you don't miss my next video.